That sucks for you.
I'm bummed about it because it was a very nice place. But now
You certainly went there a lot.
yeah.
Well, you're going to be even more bummed because a grocery store won't make a birthday cake for a little 3-year-old.
A little 3-year-old wants to have a birthday cake. They go to the grocery store, and you pick the cake out, and then they customize it right there. They squirt the name on there through that little thing, and happy birthday, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
I remember getting a few of those. And why wouldn't they? What the hell? Look, a little 3-year-old kid. Come on.
Well, we're going to find out in a second here. I think the parents are twisted on this story.
Oh, no, they're not.
They're twisted. Here's the story.
What's the problem?
Well, how about this couple in Pennsylvania? They named their children, one of them anyway, Adolf Hitler. And
the name's making a comeback. Enough time went by, I guess.
Why would you do that to your kid?
I know. What acid?
Why don't you just grow the mustache and put it all on you instead of naming your kid Adolf
They
Hitler?
named their kid Adolf Hitler.
What was the last name?
What the F?
What was their last name?
Adolf Hitler Campbell?
Wait, so their
Hitler
last
Campbell.
name's not even Hitler?
No.
So,
No one's last name is Hitler. Jesus.
Good point.
No one's last name is Hitler. But his middle name, it's Adolf Hitler Campbell. And apparently the store had a problem with making little icing name. That is really funny, though. Just walk in and see if they'll do it.
well, how about this couple in Pennsylvania? They named their children, one of them anyway, Adolf Hitler. And another little girl was named Joycelyn Aryan Nation. Now, their last name is...
all right,
Aryan
What?
Nation.
How much attention
A-holes.
do the parents need?
Ah.
How much attention? We get it. You don't like blacks. We get it.
That's
The
all right.
Jews are bad.
They had to wait behind Tyrone cake, which took all day.
They have a third child named Hoslin Himmler.
Of course they
Campbell.
Himmler?
Himmler.
Are you kidding me?
No,
What's
this is
wrong with
They're
these
just
people?
taking names from history, picking them out of a hat.
And
apparently.
You were
A
talking
helmet.
about this last week when you said Barack Hussein Obama, and you guys even speculated, well, maybe Adolf Hitler will make a comeback.
Maybe the name will make a comeback, and it's starting with this courageous family in Pennsylvania. Apparently, they think it's time.
What are you doing to your kids?
It really is embarrassing.
Just do it to yourself if you want, but don't do it to your stupid kids.
In 2,000 years, will there enough time have gone by where you can name your kid Adolf Hitler?
No, why? What's your
No.
friend Genghis Khan think? Why don't you go out and ask him?
But that's just it. I think you could go in and go, could you write Genghis Khan Campbell on the cake? And they would be fine with it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
There's a Genghis Khan's restaurant.
Genghis Khan restaurant. And there could be an Adolf Hitler restaurant. And, it's just enough time. Not enough time has gone by. There's still, and I think the fact that there's film of it.
Yeah, well,
if you're a bad guy without film, if you was Slobodan Milosevic Campbell, it would never fit on the cake. But I bet they'd do it. That Hitler really ruined that name.
this guy's an ass.
Look at
He's a
him.
complete ass.
Aryan Nation.
Nation. Now, their last name...
All right, let me go back.
Aryan Nation.
You know what? We'll start from the
That's
beginning.
pushing it.
I got to hear the Adolf Hitler Campbell thing again.
Well, how about this couple in Pennsylvania? They named their children, one of them anyway, Adolf Hitler. And another little girl was named Joycelyn Aryan Nation. Now, their last name is Campbell. The whole point of the story is, apparently the little boy, Adolf Hitler, turned 3 years old recently. They went to the local ShopRite supermarket in...
See, that's where the news, they're a bunch of scums. They decide to just forget about the last
Leave
name.
the Campbell part out.
Yeah, leave the Campbell part out because it's just fun to say Adolf Hitler on
The
the
little
news, isn't it?
boy, Adolf Hitler.
Right, what happened to the Campbell part?
Adolf Hitler.
But then this guy loves the attention he gets when he goes to the store and he goes, I want a cake, says Adolf Hitler. Like he just, what an attention whore. What are you doing, dude?
He's a white supremacist, apparently.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good for him.
Yeah.
And he's teaching his children in the ways of the white supremacists.
Good for him. Why doesn't he allow his kids a chance?
Yeah, or
What?
just do that.
Let
but you
the
don't
kids decide.
Well, you mean
that
like
crap on their own when they get a little older.
You mean like black families that drill into their head that the white man is evil and the devil, and you watch little kids on YouTube talking about the evils of the white man and the system and everything? Just like that? Is that, so is that any better?
You want Adolf Hitlers?
Huh?
You want Adolf Hitlers out there?
Opie, I would love for us to all get along and not have this kind of thing even be necessary. But you know something? You're going to get extremists on both sides. This guy is no better or no worse than a black militant family raising their children to hate white people. It happens. There are what are called evil people on both sides.
But this is about this guy and his Hitler kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Little Adolf Hitler.
There's not many black names. I mean, there might be some that you're going to walk into a ShopRite and get the shock value. Like, oh, what do you mean Hitler? You know, this is just an attention-seeking thing.
What, like Louis Farrakhan Campbell?
Maybe so. Farrakhan may be a little racy, but he didn't slaughter 6 million people.
Yeah, when we get
of course not.
When we get the black version of the story, we'll certainly do a little something on that as well.
No, you'll never get it.
But today it's this ass.
You'll never get it.
Today it's all about this ass.
Apparently, the little boy, Adolf Hitler, turned 3 years old recently. They went to the local ShopRite supermarket in Greenwich Township, and the supermarket refused to make the little boy a birthday cake. They said they would make the cake and let the family fill in the name afterwards, but the family felt that was not right. They wanted to feel bad for that little boy who's in the middle of all that. Absolutely. I mean, what were the parents thinking?
What were the parents thinking? Like it was an accident or something. Like, what were they thinking on a whim?
What were they thinking when
Adolf Hitler?
When they named the kid?
Yeah, we'll put it on his birth certificate, and then they got home and go, did we do that?
Like it was on a lark.
Yeah, on a lark.
They're thinking exactly this, that they wanted some attention. They would go to the news and get some attention for themselves. You got it.
Little cement crib. Looks like a bunker they put him down in. How adorable. Little 3-year-old Adolf Hitler.
That's just amazing.
Steve from Bayshore had a funny line. It was a vanilla cake with all white frosting.
We are pretty doomed as far as the races go, as per the internet.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Every news story that has anything to do with race, even in the slightest way, starts a text comment race war of the umpteenth magnitude. It's nothing but N-word this and die cracker that.
Where on those sites?
No, this is on any news site. You know how these days you could read a news story and then comment below?
Oh, okay, right.
Every single news story that involves, let's say, black on white crime, any type of racial story turns into just a race war in text. And really, like, they go all out. No holds barred.
Because they're cowards on the internet. It's like you've argued enough with Patrice or other people. Like,
yeah.
When you're in face-to-face with somebody, usually you both kind of... Some people you can't, but most people you can kind of see a point they have, and they can kind of see... You can kind of go,
Find some common ground?
Usually, yeah, because you realize there's a guy there who kind of thinks like I think. He's just on the other side of the fence. Mm-hmm. There's a weird connection when you're face-to-face. But it's like when on everybody's a coward on the internet.
You're right. They are cowards, but there is this weird... almost honesty in their hatred that comes out in these things. Because some of the stories are so heinous and so blatantly open to a racial discussion, but you're not really going to get a discussion online. Like you said, people they get their keyboard bravery and can type whatever they want. So there is, in some cases, this honesty in their mutual hatred.
Yeah.
In other cases, though, it's just purely, unnecessary.
Well, that's true.
Let's say hi to Derek in Atlanta. Derek.
Yo.
What's going on, Derek?
Not too much, man. I'm just blown away because right now Charles Barkley is saying straight up, a couple of years ago he wanted a basketball coach. He said, I don't care what his record is, I just want him to be a black coach. How is that not racist? If I would have said that, I'm wearing a white hood. I mean, what's the deal?
Yes.
Yeah, Charles Barkley's a pretty racist dude.
He says what he wants.
He said some pretty crazy things over the years.
Dude, just because Charles Barkley isn't, like, he shouldn't be penalized for saying that, he's not the problem. The problem is the people that are penalizing white athletes for saying what they want, that's the...
Exactly.
Barkley's not the problem, though.
No. It's just one example.
Yeah, we could, we have in the past talked double standard till we're blue in the face.
Yes.
Sure.
But it's just the way it is, and it's the way it's going to be for quite a while.
All right,
Yeah,
Derek.
it is. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. The supermarket that refused to make the Hitler cake defends itself. That story still has
Oh,
legs.
they did?
Yeah, they're like, look, we're
they
just
say?
not making the Hitler cake.
Why?
They just don't want to.
The kid's name.
They just don't want to.
Adolf Hitler Campbell. Did you see the kid? He's adorable.
He is adorable.
Little Hitler.
He's going to have a rough life with a name like Adolf Hitler.
Oh.
I want to put you in a little bit of a quandary. It goes with what we're saying here. Now you got that family that named their daughter or son.
Their son. They named their
Adolf
son
Hitler Campbell.
Adolf Hitler Campbell.
Now I know that every once in a while you like to be charitable. You read about something in the paper. Next thing you know, some crippled girl's getting her wheelchair back or something, right?
Oh, I try.
Every once in a while. Let's say Adolf Hitler Campbell becomes parentless and needs a new home.
Aw.
Are you willing to bring in Adolf Hitler Campbell to your abode?
Opie, you know how I feel about children?
That's the quandary, my friend. That's the quandary part of the quandary.
I would have to.
What would Anthony Cumia do?
Actually, what I would
By the
probably
way, your last
do.
name sounding more Nazi every day. I don't know why.
Yeah?
but I've been saying your last name for many years, but now when I say it,
It's a very
think-
Italian name.
I understand. But Cumia, it's just starting to sound more and more German. I should say.
Oh, thank you.
Understanding that it is an Italian last name.
Opie, I don't believe Adolf Hitler Campbell should have to endure the pain of losing his parents, so I would probably just take a cyanide capsule, put it between his little molars, and smack his jaw shut, thus ending any problems with poor little Adolf Hitler Campbell.
Adolf Hitler Campbell.
Because that's how, his namesake would have taken care of the problem.
Right.
When Adolf Hitler saw that his country, which amounted to what Adolf Hitler Campbell's parents would be, he saw that going down the crapper, knew he was losing it. He decided to, that life wasn't worth living.
Right.
So I'm sure little Adolf Hitler Campbell would bite down on that cyanide capsule with gusto.
Yeah, I've been following that story, and I don't think the parents are as brave as everyone thinks.
No?
Why doesn't the father change his name to Adolf Hitler?
He's got to work.
No Adolf Hitler Campbell. Get rid of the Campbell. Go with the Hitler.
He likes his family name. He also likes Adolf Hitler.
Not so brave. It's cute to, name the newborn. Why don't you name yourself Adolf Hitler?
Yeah,
And drop
name
that
his little
whole
kid.
pesky Campbell thing to make it perfectly clear what you're going for.
No one will use that kid's middle name, like in school and everything. It's going to be Adolf.
Right.
Adolf
No,
Campbell.
They won't even do the Adolf.
Adolf they could do. That's still pretty much a name. But, they'll do Adolf Campbell.
They'll call him Aiden or something.
Dolph. Dolph
something.
Lundgren.
Sure, something. How's everybody this morning?
I'm a little upset.
Why?
Adolf. Little Adolf.
Oh, the kid.
Feel a little bad.
Yeah?
They apparently took him away from his parents. Remember the story? They wanted to put Adolf Hitler, happy birthday Adolf Hitler, on a birthday cake.
Yeah.
Because the family had named their young son Adolf Hitler Campbell, I believe it was. Adolf Hitler Campbell.
You get the nice American last name, Campbell.
Yeah.
And you mess up the first name.
Look how adorable Adolf Hitler is. Oh, is he the cutest little kid? And they wanted to put it on his cake and denied. The supermarket they went to get it done and said, no, we will not put Adolf Hitler on a birthday cake. Okay, what the kid's name is. And it made the news, and now, a month or so later, maybe even longer, apparently the authorities have taken little Adolf Hitler and the sister also, I believe,
Yeah, all the kids
Young
with the weird
Aryan?
German names.
Young Aryan?
Yeah.
They've taken them away from the parents.
But they're not saying why yet.
I think when they went in the house, they found some little swastika quilts and things like that around the house. But they've taken them away, and they even fessed up to the fact that there were no signs of physical abuse. They were a loving family. This looks to me like they were taking their kids away for nothing but politically based reasons. And if that is indeed the case, wow.
Wait, that little birthday cake kid?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they took him away from his family. The government felt it was time to step in and make a decision that perhaps he wasn't being raised in a healthy environment because of the parents' maybe political ideology.
Well, they're not really saying. We're just all guessing at this point.
I heard that one of the authorities that actually went in said that there was no sign of any physical abuse on these kids, that they had been well fed, well taken care of. Of course, they were a little upset with the swastika quilts. I believe James Gum had one of those.
Did he?
Yes. I had just recently watched that again. And he had some swastika quilts. But, boy, that's kind of a weird situation, though.
That's scary.
If they start taking away for that. Obviously, that's pretty extreme. If you're a white supremacist, Nazi ideology, it is an extreme idea to have children grow up in that environment. But it's no different than some of these hardcore Muslims, hardcore Black Panthers raising their kids in hateful environments. But they take them away for different reasons. Perhaps they're emaciated.
Yeah, we'll find out more.
You can't take a kid because the parents are radical?
No.
They're not officially saying that. We don't know for sure.
Well, they couldn't find any other reason.
Well,
and what a coinkydink if there wasn't some other reason a month later, over a month later, they find out, that there's a problem with these kids?
Well, the story bothered a lot of people, and I'm sure they started kind of doing some investigating, and they probably found some other things that they're not really telling us yet.
We'll see.
Yeah. But first, we got a Hitler update.
Still dead, right?
Well, the kid from Jersey.
Oh, the adorable little Hitler child.
Yeah.
He's so cute. Mm-hmm. You see him? He's just a little... And it was his birthday, and then the parents...
No cake.
No cake for you. He wanted, the parents wanted Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
Put on the cake, and they wouldn't put it on for the little kid. It's his birthday, for God's sake.
This is,
and how did that get to the news? Then the bakery went and called the news or something?
Some Badinsky over at the supermarket. Yeah. Some blabbermouth over at the supermarket had to call up the press.
It was Goldstein.
Adolf Hitler wants a cake.
It was Goldstein Supermarket.
Oh,
right?
Was that what it was? All right, maybe that is a little insult to injury.
Here's the thing which upsets me. Okay, the kid's name, the whole kid. First of all, the parents obviously don't want this kid to have a future.
Steve from Bayshore, cake is spelt differently than you spelt it.
Yeah.
There's an A in there.
It's not an I. Why is he using two K's to spell cake?
But obviously they don't want this kid to have a job in life. It's like tattooing your face. Once you tattoo your face, you know you can only work certain places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boardwalks.
Hitler. Okay, he's not going to be like, a landlord or superintendent. I smell gas. You know what I mean?
Well, you do bring up, that's a very good observation.
But he has the choice.
Whether you agree or disagree with what's going on there, there's a lot of employers out there. It'd be a little rough to hire a Hitler to their company.
He doesn't have to use the name. Well,
on a cake, he wants it. You can't have your cake and be Hitler, too. When
he goes to get a job when he's older, he could say, my name's Dolph.
Yeah.
Kind of,
the Fuhrer.
Yeah. Just kind of modernize it a little bit.
Okay, but what upsets me about, so that's his name. But the bakery, who are they to decide what they, like, I had a business card made up once, and it said, Rich Voss, you know who the F I am. And the printing company wouldn't print that word.
Did you spell out the F word?
Yeah.
Okay.
But why wouldn't they print? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who makes these decisions? What's right and what's wrong?
They just didn't want to put a lie on the card.
I was just going to pass it out to my family.
It wasn't the word, it was the content.
Hitler. Where does the kid get a job?
Yeah, Hitler.
Well, we got an update. Last we left this story,
look at him.
They removed little Hitler from the parents, and the rest of the kids that had pretty good names too, right?
Yeah, Aryan Nation, Little Aryan Nation.
That was the
girl.
That was the name?
Yeah, it was a longer name. And then there's another one with like some name. I think Himmler's in there somewhere.
Cousin Mussolini.
But but of course the focus was on the adorable little cherub-faced Adolf Hitler. They had a problem, and apparently a neighbor, I guess, turned him in.
Yeah. So now the mom,
with accusations of abuse.
Yeah, the mom's not supposed to talk whatsoever, but she couldn't keep her mouth shut.
Court-ordered gag order on this case, which is ridiculous because, and she said she came out because they need a lawyer.
Right.
How does the court order you to not speak about this? It stuns me that the court would order that you can't tell your side of this story when a neighbor uses tactics from Nazi Germany, where they would say, I believe a Jew lives next door. And then the SS would come up and sweep you away. And that's what this neighbor did to this family. Look at poor little Hitler.
And if you go to the house,
taken away.
If you don't know how to get to your house, you go down Main Street, you make 2 lefts, and the Third Reich, you'll get...
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
This is going great.
But so if you call...
funny.
If you call and just make an accusation, that's enough. Like if someone called and said,
well, let's get the story out.
Well, he's giving it right now.
No, I got a clip.
Oh, a clip.
See, just because we don't know the full story.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's your update on little Hitler.
So it was January 9th, after all the to-do over the children's names, that DYFS came to you. What did they say? What's their explanation?
Their explanation why the children were removed is because they felt the children were in danger for their lives.
Physically in danger?
They didn't say anything. All they said was the children were in danger there.
Psychologically? Physically?
They didn't say physically, mentally, nothing like that.
Okay. Do you understand why you might not appear sympathetic to so many people after naming the children?
Yes. But actually, we found their names in baby books.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they just popped up.
She's not supposed to talk.
From 1932.
Baby books. They still have that one in there, huh?
Come on.
No way.
Baby book?
No way.
Wow.
In baby books.
Right, just because a mother is full of crap doesn't mean you got to take a little Hitler away.
She's, trying to claim it's just an innocent little name. Well, I'm starting to think they really railroaded this mother.
Yeah, they really didn't like. I'm sure the neighbors weren't very happy.
They're not happy that a kid's named Hitler. That's what this comes down to.
I think with
in America, you got to kind of accept this.
I believe the husband had prior domestic abuse allegations, if not charges against him, with a wife, an ex-wife.
All right,
but I don't believe that there were any with this wife. Oh, that's in...
I don't know. We got more. Let's see where they go with this.
Children.
Yes. But actually, we found their names in baby books. Their names, Adolf's name is actually in a baby book.
Adolf Hitler?
It states in there about Adolf Hitler how he was a noble wolf, a German noble wolf in one of the books. And in the other book, it states in there how he is an old German hero. How he helped Germany defeat in World War II.
Yeah. In history
that
books.
May not be the perception most people have that Adolf Hitler was a hero. Do you understand that may be the case?
They're unusual names. To me, they're unusual names.
Come on, she's named
delusional.
No, she's not. She's trying to save her kids. She named her kid Hitler, and she knows why she named the kid.
In a baby book, it means noble wolf. Adolf means noble wolf. Steve from Bayshore says it. It's true. And if you were a German at the time, I guess you kind of dug the guy.
Adolf is in a baby book, according to Larry and PA. We got a great one coming in from Matt on Long Island. I think he's a regular. Matt, how are you, buddy?
All right, how's it going?
Good, man.
I want to know, how are they supposed to find a good lawyer if they hate Jews?
Yeah, I don't know, just because they named their kid Adolf Hitler, if that makes them anti-Semitic. Does it? Rich Voss, comment?
Oh, Sam has brought in the bleep game.
I think what's...
Wow, Sam. Worked fast.
We'll get that on in a second. We got another clip from this mom as her kids were taken away from her.
Yeah.
Because they named it the little boy Hitler.
Adolf Hitler.
And the girl was what?
Huh?
What's the girl?
Aryan Nation was in her name. It was like something, Aryan Nation.
Hitler and Himmler.
It's actually not Himmler, it's Hindler.
Hey, look.
She's like Nostradamus with the quatrains.
Yeah.
It was one letter off. It was Hister. A man named Hister.
We actually named it Heimlich, as in choking.
Yeah, see? Heimlich maneuver.
Right.
Had nothing to do
I named
with...
my kid after a maneuver.
Yeah.
Not a Nazi.
Hitler and Himmler.
It's actually not Himmler, it's Hindler, which is completely different.
Get it right,
than...
I love how she's getting her little attitude in there. Yeah. It's different. Well, sorry. I mean, the one kid's named Hitler. God forbid we assume where you're going with these names.
Hitler and Himmler.
It's actually not Himmler, it's Hindler, which is completely different than Himmler.
Again, I would ask, do you understand?
Gervils.
Yeah, right. And those aren't SS tattoos on her shoulder. I didn't have a punchline to go after it, though.
Coring.
Superman.
Just change one letter.
Yeah. I love the attitude she's got, but this reporter did a very good job. Most reporters would have backed down.
Yeah. Again, I would ask, do you understand, though, that people might be offended by the concept that someone who was involved with the deaths of so many people might not be an appropriate name for a child?
Yes, I do. But they're just names. I don't see nothing wrong. They're just unusual names. You have the right to name your child what you want to name them.
Which is true.
You know what they gave him for his birthday?
What?
A Hess truck. And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Who doesn't love a good Nazi joke?
There's your update. She's talking. She's not supposed to be talking.